Boom, good morning, we're live. Just finished up my morning burpees. We gotta make sure that we get the physical right so we can get the bank right, get the mind right, and vice versa. What's up for everybody jumping in the chat? Let's see, wait for a couple people to join. We had a nice live stream yesterday. I didn't realize I went over an hour. I was a little hyped. I'm glad that I was able to tap in the evening. I'm not available at that time most of the time, but I know that most of you are back from work at that time, and it was a good time to connect with the people in the evening. I just finished up my burpees. I'm on day 240 plus. I'll let you guys know. I have a little calculator as far as how many days I've gone straight. I don't skip a day, guys. I don't skip a single day. I'm out here every single day doing some sort of physical activity, and I always started with burpees. Good morning, good morning, sir. Good morning, JD. Good morning, Albert. And the rest of the Amazon selling maniacs in the house. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little tired this morning. I was up to like close to 2 a.m. Prepping items. It was about like 60 something units, 56, it was probably more. A lot of units. It was 40 plus pounds of inventory, and I forgot to put the SKUs on one of the boxes, bro, because I thought it was a manufacturer barcode that I had clicked it, and luckily I caught it. I mean, at that point, my mind's a little tired. I had been up since early, so I had to open it up and make sure all the SKUs were on right. But discipline, absolutely. You got to make sure you stay disciplined. So for those asking me, how many hours do you got to put in? Listen, guys, I don't count the hours. I don't count the hours. What I do is I get the job done. That's what we do. We don't count hours. We get jobs done. So sometimes you got to stay up till 2 a.m. prepping items. Other times you don't, You get the job done earlier. Usually I like to go to the retail stores, or when I get my shipments from online orders during the day, I like to prep them and have them out by the evening so that they're out on the UPS truck, on the last truck that goes out. The UPS trucks by my house, the UPS store closes at 7, and usually the truck's there sometime before. So I like to get there before that time. But yesterday that was not the case. I was with the fam. I had a lot of things to do. And I got home, and there was boxes and boxes of things, plus what I had picked up at the Nike factory store yesterday too. So I had plenty of inventory, but I'm not going to lie. It feels good to know that you got inventory going and you have more things to sell. Because again, if you want to increase your revenue, you got to also increase your purchases. What's up, Choco? Good morning. What's up, Walter? Monica, I see you. Guys, hit me with the questions. I just finished my burpees. I got to make sure I'm disciplined so I can win every single day. And for those that are looking to change, and for those that are looking to improve their financial status, or your physical status, or your mental status, your mental health, or anything like that, I really truly believe this. You got to change your habits, starting with what you do every day physically, the way you treat yourself. You got to make sure that you lock in. And one of the things that I found that's helped me the most is just getting rid of all the negative vices. No drinking, no smoking, no eating any treats or anything like that. Just staying locked in and repeating it every single day, being real militant. And I've seen the benefits. Willie, Bella, and the rest of the people here in the chat, I see you guys. So yesterday I was up till late, preparing items, making sure I have all the SKU labels on them, counting everything out correctly, arranging the boxes in order. You want to make sure you pack those boxes good, because you want to save on shipping. Have you noticed a delay in when you receive the approval email for ungating to actually being ungated? Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. As far as my case, every single time that I've applied to get ungated for a certain brand, I always get approved. I have 100% batting average. Now, I know that my situation is different because I've had an Amazon account for a lot longer than most people. But from my experience, when I apply, I usually get an email back within a couple hours, if not even sooner. Now, that's, again, probably not the average case. I have a lot of new sellers that are getting into the game that have applied over and over multiple times. We got Albert here in the chat. He can attest. He, I think, did 5, 6, 7, 8 times attempts on Adidas before he got approved. So you got to stay persistent and consistent. I truly believe it's a bot. And there's probably parameters and criteria that they don't publish as far as, what your performance is or how long your account's been open. But none of that information is public. The only thing that they have clearly stated is that you need to provide an invoice with 10 items of that brand that you're trying to get approved for. So I can't give you a clear answer. You just got to keep trying and make sure that everything is on point. Make sure you label your documents correctly. You don't want to upload a PDF that's like XYZ231 invoice. You want to make sure that you write clear Nike invoice. And also it helps to send pictures of the products. So if you have those 10 products, lay them out, take a nice picture of it. Nike product pics. Yeah, but when you get approved for ungated, have you noticed a brand might still be ungated for like 24 hours? Not really, no. It's once it's ungated, I'm being able to list it. Now, with Amazon, sometimes there is a lag when you list items. I said this yesterday during my live stream. Right before I went on the live stream, I had listed the items that I picked up at the store. And then I was refreshing, and they weren't popping up yet. And that's normal. Usually it takes, 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes. It could take a little longer. But as far as like having to wait 24 hours after you get ungated to list, I haven't experienced that, me personally. So I can tell you what I know personally from my experiences. I haven't really heard that either. Once the doors are open, from what I assume and what I've heard, you're able to list. So you may want to double check that. What brand specifically are you talking about? There you go. You got ungated in Adidas, says the fonts, and I've tried listing Adidas products and I'm still gated. Now, there's two Adidas brands. There's Adidas and Adidas Originals. So Adidas has a second brand that's a little more premium. It's called Adidas Originals, and you have to get ungated for that separately. So maybe you're trying to list an Adidas Original. I don't know. But for sure, there's two Adidas. And with Nike too, there's Nike and then there's Nike Jordan brand. So if you get ungated with Nike, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to list Jordan brand products. So that's a separate approval. And FBA Ian says there's also Adidas Golf. Okay, yeah. I didn't know that, but that's probably true. I've never listed Adidas Golf. So I'm ungated in both Adidas Original and just regular Adidas. Font says definitely ungated in Adidas. Yeah, you're just gonna have to contact customer service. As far as the technical issues on behind the hood of Amazon. I mean, I'm not the one to answer that. I can only tell you my firsthand experience. I haven't had a problem. Once I get ungated with a brand, I list. And again, I've been ungated for Adidas for probably over a year. So, but this is great things to ask in the chat. So if someone else has a similar experience, you guys can share information. Like some people now that are starting their seller accounts, they have reported that Amazon wants to get on a Zoom call with them to verify themselves. I never did that, but there was a couple people that said that. So I don't know. That may or may not be true. I don't know. And then someone said, no, they're sending me a postcard to my house so that I can verify my address. I think that sounds more like what I went through. Jessica says, what are the two Adidas brands? The two Adidas brands that I am approved and ungated to sell are Adidas, just regular Adidas, and Adidas Original, which is a little more premium. Those Adidas Originals, they look about the same. You know what it is? Adidas has the 3 stripes, and then it says Adidas. Adidas Originals usually have it looks like the little leaf. They sell them in the Adidas store. They sell them both. But yeah, that's the case. And then in Nike, you also have like Jordan brand. So double check and make sure. If not, respond to the email that you received that said that you're ungated and see if maybe they can help you. Just respond to that email. And again, a lot of that stuff is automated with the system. Good morning. A lot of that stuff is automated with the system. It could be a bot, and it just could be sometime to update. I know that actually the other night, that the night that they were having problems with the cell phone towers with AT&T or whatnot, I know that Amazon, the API went down for a few hours, and one of my softwares was having problem connecting to it, and they fixed it. So I mean, there could be little glitches, but for the most part, I haven't experienced that. Yeah, so last night we had a great live stream. I didn't know that I ran over like an hour. I was hype. I got excited, you know. And listen, I like being online talking. To a certain extent, you know, every time before I get on the thing, I'm like, oh, I stutter too much, and you know, I'm a little scatterbrained, and what are people going to think, and is the video going to be perfect, is the background right, and you know, there's a bunch of things that go into my head. But I'm here to tell you guys that, you know, just remove that out of your mind and just keep the ball rolling, keep the momentum. I could have waited to go online again tomorrow after being online yesterday, but you know, I got momentum going right now, so we're going to keep up the pace. Fassi said, are you getting my message? I'm getting this one. I don't know what other one. What's up, Tracker? I see you. I'm a manufacturer. How do I get my products on Amazon? You need to list them and go through a process. I don't list private labels. I don't do that. So I'm in the business of selling big name brands that have verifiable sales history that I have no reason to promote. So, you know, like a Nike hoodie or things that are already selling. And that's what's good about the retail and online arbitrage. You don't have to promote the products. But there's a whole nother lane of business that you guys can do if you have your own products to list. And that's another process. I think you have to have insurance, and you have to create the listing. You have to take the pictures, and you have to promote it too. Because if not, you're really not going to get hits. I have to see the last night live. Yeah, I went over for an hour. And I got a little excited, you know, the energy was right. And yeah, it was an excitement on the networks. Yeah, it's been exciting, guys. I'm not going to lie, you know, a little background. You know, I'm a record producer. I have been for 10 plus years. You can check me out on Spotify, Teb95. I run a label, 95 Labs. I work with some of the finest MCs here in Miami-Dade County. And I was in New York for 10 plus years, so you know, I have an extensive catalog. Most people know me for that. And it's only recently that I started sharing these videos about me selling on Amazon, because I had been doing it for over a year to supplement my income. You know, when you work in the arts, things are cyclical. So sometimes you get a bunch of work, and then other times you don't. And so I always had other means to supplement my income. I used to work in the fitness industry. And I started selling on Amazon. I shared those videos. Thing blew up, man. I had people calling me left and right. My DMs are flooded. I just posted the other day on my stories, my account reach, my follower count. It's like account reach is up like 13,000%. Followers has like more than doubled, almost tripled. And it's a frenzy. So, you know, I'm leaning into it. And I'm opening up the Discord, and as I have, and I want to create a community of accomplished sellers, and I want to surround myself with people that win. Do I work with DJs? Yeah, we do events out here. We just had an event 2 weeks ago. I was selling all the Goat Farm shirts over there in Lincoln's Brewery. We do events throughout the city. I'm thinking of actually putting together another event myself for producers. Did Amazon make you get insurance? Yeah, you got to get insurance with Amazon after you start selling more than when you start selling $10,000 worth a month or more. So once your sales are 10,000 plus, they're going to send you a little email that says, no, you're going to have to get insurance. And there's a link in that email that gives you several options for insurance. It's not expensive. It's not expensive at all. I can't remember off the top, but I want to say it's like, I don't know. It's less than $100. How can I sell TJ Maxx product from Amazon? So you go to your TJ Maxx, start scanning the items. If you find that at a good deal and you decide you want to sell it, try to list it, and it'll tell you whether you need to be approved for that brand or not. There's a lot of smaller brands that you don't have to get approved for, that you just request for approval. You answer a couple questions, and they just ungate you automatically. Without having to provide the invoice. And a lot of those brands are like beauty brands. I'll give you a perfect example. The other day I was at Marshall's. I was scanning in the beauty aisle, and I came across what I thought was some hand cream, but it ended up being some like oil for your hair or something. But I don't know, the numbers were right. So I went to list, and I requested approval, and it was automatically. I didn't have to provide anything. It was just automatic. What app do you use to scan? Sure, I use the SellerAmp app and the Keepa app. Guys, I have a Discord. If you go into my link tree in my bio, the first link right there is the Discord, the Amazon A+ Amazon Seller Group Discord. And inside that Discord, it's a repository of information. It's also a support group. There's a bunch of people. I noticed today there's 250 people, and I haven't had that thing open for less than a month. So, I mean, it's definitely moving and grooving. So put on your skates, slide in there, and the links to all the applications that I'm talking about, SellerAmp and Keepa, are right there for you. And, of course, those applications you got to pay for, you know. But if you're serious about selling, these are must-have tools. Like, you know, if you want to be a builder, you're going to need, you know, a hammer, and you're going to need some power tools. You don't want to, I mean, you probably could build by hand, but it's probably not the way you want to do it. So, yeah, it's the two tools I use are SellerAmp, $20 a month, Keepa, $20 a month. SellerAmp is a great tool because it's what you use to scan the products, and then it'll tell you what the sales rank is. It'll tell you what the average amount of sales per listing per month on that listing is. So say, all right, this Nike hoodie, it sells 800 times a month or whatever the number is. And then it has a calculator. So if you want to make X ROI, it'll tell you what the max cost is after the Amazon fees. Because, guys, there's Amazon fees. You got to pay Amazon to play out here. You think it's, you know, Amazon's going to take some of your cut. So that calculator accounts for all that math. So you could set it according to what you want. I try to source products that have a target of a 30% ROI. So I have my calculator set for that. I also I account for taxes. Although I have a resale cert, sometimes some people don't accept the resale cert. So, you know, you got to take into account the taxes. You got to invest a little bit of money in good tools. Absolutely, yeah. You know, if you're going to be a builder, if you're a worker, you need some tools. You know, it's just what it is. But it's if you come to think about it, it's really not that big of a deal. You got $20 for SellerAmp, $20 for Keepa per month, and then the actual Amazon Seller app service is $40. Only if you're sending your goods to Amazon so that they can fulfill them. If you're fulfilling your own orders, I don't even think you need to pay. They just tax you when the sale goes through. So you're looking at, for less than $100 a month, you're up and running with a legitimate business. I mean, you're able to sell in the largest marketplace in the world. Guys, it's not eBay. I mean, look, I still sell on eBay, but like, eBay pales in comparison to the volume that Amazon does. Amazon, I mean, you know, I don't need to explain it. They got trucks everywhere. And that's where they win, you know, not with the prices, but the convenience. With that Amazon Prime, you click, and they have that thing to your house the next day. That's why people are paying more on Amazon than they do in other stores, for convenience. Some people don't want to leave their house. They're busy. So, you know, if they need a pair of socks, they'll pay $5, $10 more for them just so that they can be delivered to their house immediately and they don't have to leave. So it's just a convenience thing. And that's where we win. We find the deals at a lower price and we sell them for higher on Amazon. It's real simple, guys. Real simple. If you think of the actual strategy. Now, as far as getting better with sourcing and learning the techniques and where to find the deals, that comes with practice. So again, guys, I got a Discord open. You guys can link to it in my bio, the A+ Amazon Seller Groups. I got ways to get started. I got the software tools. I got the links to all the supplies that I use, the printer, the labels, the polybag mailers, and more. I got the link to the cashback apps. That's another thing. Guys, if you're going to be buying inventory like every single day, basically like I do, you want to get some cash back. And this cashback apps, they pay. Guys, if you're not using cash, you should use cashback with everything. Like, forget about just Amazon. I'm talking about your everyday life. Your lunch, when you eat lunch, you should be getting cash back. So the Rakuten and the Top Cashback, they're all linked in my bio. I also have like a referral link in there. So if you use the link that I have in there, they shoot you $30 and they shoot me $30. So we both win. I highly recommend. I mean, like, I don't shop without it. It's like you're leaving money on the table if you're not getting cash back, especially if you're putting in. The other day, just yesterday, I spent $500 plus on goods. So you're gonna get cash back. The cash back in stores is different than the cash back online, but it'll tell you right there on the app, and the deals change. So everything is linked in there. And then also for those that are asking me, because people have been asking me, oh, do you have a course? Do you do coaching? And here's the answer. I don't have a course. I'm not selling any course, but I do have the course, what I believe is the best Amazon selling course from the same 7-figure sellers that I've learned from. It's called the FBA Roadmap. It's a comprehensive course with 20 plus hours, all the how-to. It has all the support tools that you need. There's spreadsheets. It's the most comprehensive thing. It's what I learned from. And that course is $500, $600 with all the add-ons. And if you want to fast track yourself and learn this thing quickly, because that's another thing, you could go out there and start learning the videos. You could come in here in these lives and just start asking questions, but some questions that you don't know what to ask. So if you want something structured for you that'll fast track you to start selling and getting real revenue, that's a course that I 1000% recommend. It's linked there in my Discord. Again, it's not my course, but it's from the same mastermind sellers, the 7-figure sellers that I'm in. I'm in a mastermind coaching group with them, which is more than the course. I paid several grand to be in that group, and we do calls several times a week and source products and whatnot. But they created this course, and this is how I learned. So B-Man got a picture. What's up, B-Man? Good morning. So if you're looking for a structured course, there it is. If not, it's always open. The Discord's open to ask questions. We're here. B-Man's there. Albert's there. Albert's in the group with me. And we're here to see you guys win. I'm here to motivate you guys. I want to see you guys win. I want to answer questions, and I want to build a community of accomplished sellers. I'm excited because this morning I clicked on the Discord and I see that it's 250 plus members, and we haven't even been open for a month. So the momentum's hot right now. We're moving and grooving. We're sliding and skating. We're popping and locking. What size poly bags? I don't remember the actual size, but I use one size poly bag basically because it fits almost everything. And that's linked in the Discord too. The actual size poly bag, 13 by something, I don't remember. But it fits a hoodie, and if not, I'll put smaller items into it and I can just fold it. When I first started getting poly bags, I got a bunch of different sizes. And then I noticed that I usually use the bigger ones. So now I just got a little bit bigger than that, and I just stick to that. B-Man says he has different sizes. Yeah, you can. I mean, you could do that. That's how I started. But I find myself, if I just got one generic size, it works for me. But you're going to need poly bags. You're going to need labels. You're going to need a printer. And several supplies. The supplies are not much, though. It's not much. Labels are cheap. You can get labels for free at UPS if you open up an account. All right, guys. I'm putting up on the crib. I'm gonna keep this one brief. I bought a bundle of different sizes, and then from there, which one you use more and which you can buy in bulk. Exactly. You could buy poly bags in bulk too on Uline, and I get my boxes at Walmart for the most part. You could get them on Uline as well. Most of the time I use the large boxes from Walmart. There's the blue large boxes, then the red mediums, and then the green small. So I have a little bit of all the sizes, but I find myself using the large ones the most. Do I list bundles often? No, but I actually did this week. I had some bundles with the do not separate sticker on them, and I'm looking more into that. But yeah, this week I definitely send out a few. Where can you get everything you was talking about? In my Discord. Again, guys, I have a Discord. That's a chat group. Albert's in there, B-Man, a bunch of people, 250 people plus are in there talking every single day. and posting pictures, and in that Discord, all the links of what I'm talking about is right there. Getting started, the link to the Amazon seller app, the link to the software tools, the link to the cashback, the link to the supplies, the link to the course, and more. And we're here to help. Absolutely. Thank you, Albert, for being helpful in the group. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, B-Man. I said Albert and B-Man have been some of the most helpful guys in the group. They're actually selling. They're selling every single day, and they're sourcing every single day. So you're learning and you're getting information not only from me, but from the group of actual people that are doing it. And then there's other people. I would say there's a good amount of people that they just want to start, and they're just learning. They're green to the game. They're new, and listen, we all start somewhere. You got to ask questions, but the one thing that I recommend: don't try to set so many conditions if you haven't started yet. Don't have all these expectations. First, just start learning. Make some sales first. The easiest thing to list is CDs, books, and DVDs. A lot of you guys have them in your house. And a lot of you guys can just go to your local Dollar Tree, or you can go to your local thrift store and start scanning. But that's like the easiest thing. That's how I started. And then you can start worrying about getting ungated. Again, the ungating and approval process for the larger brands is listed and described there in the Discord as well. And then you can ask questions. Guys, this is a free community. I don't have any barriers to entry as of right now. I told you guys yesterday, maybe at some point, I'm going to have to put a barrier to entry if it gets too wild. But right now, I want people coming in. And, right now, I'm not asking for anything right now. I want to provide something before I start asking for gimme. You could sell CDs, yeah. Yeah, you could sell CDs. I sold plenty of CDs, DVDs, books. You could sell video games. There's plenty of stuff. Amazon allows you to sell used items. Yeah, you can. You can sell used items. You just have to list it used. And books sell used. People don't care. They'll buy a used book. Especially books. And CDs too. Used CDs. Most of the CDs now, they don't make that many new CDs. So let me tell you, there's some CDs that sell for a premium. If you got some CDs from the 90s, some of them may sell for more than you think. Some people collect them now. So yeah, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go have some breakfast. But slide in the Discord, check out all the links. If you guys really want to learn, take the course, not by me, but from the same 7-figure sellers that I learned from. And you start fast tracking your way to success. I want to see you guys win, and I want you guys to have a great day. All right, peace.